Hi, I'm Paul with Fenster Tech. We've had several customers reach out to us to try to help them address an issue that they're having with their side entry doors. They're having issues with the striker plate or the latch plate that is located on the frame of the door. This latch plate is being damaged or is being broken. And what's causing that issue is that the entire door itself, now I'm talking about the sash has been adjusted too far towards the latch side of the frame. What happens is when the door is being closed, it's actually hitting too hard against that latch plate. And in many cases, it's actually breaking the latch plate. So we've been shipping the new latch plates out to the homeowners, but that doesn't address the actual problem. Sure, we can correct it, but if you don't make the proper adjustment on the door, then you're going to have this as a continuous issue until the door is adjusted properly. So this door is located in our showroom. So I've already done some adjustments to this door, putting the door out of alignment just for the purpose of this video. As you can see on the actual frame itself, I've actually installed some green painter tape. And what I have done before I actually made the adjustments to the door is I took a small little Sharpie and I made a line on the 3 settings where I have the tape. So that's my original setting. So I know that will work when I put it back into that position. What I have done is I have adjusted this door as far over to the right as it will possibly go, making it hard to close the door because it's actually hitting against the latch assembly on the sash and then the latch plate on the frame. It's hitting too hard. We're not getting that springing effect. And if you were to look closely, you could actually see my original line and then the new setting, original setting, and then the new setting, original setting, and new setting. That looks to be approximately 1/8 of an inch out of position from where I first started with this door. So the door has been shifted over 1/8 of an inch, causing too much tension on the latch plate. So in order to correct this door, put it back into its correct position, you need to have a 4mm Allen key. Any 4mm Allen key will work in order to make this correction. Now I propped the door open to give me access to the bottom hinge and also to the top hinge, and that's where I will be doing both adjustments. So starting with the bottom hinge, what you're looking for is this set screw at the very bottom of the hinge, but in order to access that, the door must be open. I'm going to insert the 4mm Allen key, and I'm going to be turning in a clockwise direction in order to move the door closer to the hinge side of the frame. If you look carefully as you're doing that, you can actually see the hinge starting to move as I make this turn. Now before I started this video, I made 6 turns to this screw in order to put it out of alignment. So I know that's how many turns I need to make in order to put it back into its correct position. I might even go one more. That's the bottom hinge. Now that's all there is to moving this door side to side on the bottom. Now we must do the same equal turns on the top hinge. So now on the top of the hinge, I'm going to be using the same 4mm Allen key that I used on the bottom hinge for this adjustment. Now before I set this door out of alignment, I actually took a little Sharpie and I put 2 black marks, one on the top arm and one on the lower arm directly below the top arm. Now those 2 marks were in alignment when I first started, but if you can see that on the video, they're out of alignment now. So using the same 4mm Allen key, I'm going to insert it on the screw located at the back of those 2 arms. I'm going to be turning this in a counterclockwise direction, and I'm going to be making about 6 to 8 turns. And by doing so, those 2 black marks will come back into alignment, which I know was the original setting that I started with. And now those 2 black marks are lined up perfectly. That 1/8 of an inch gap has been closed. This door should now be back into its original setting before I started my video. Okay, so now that the adjustments are done on the top and the bottom hinge, this door should be back in the original setting that I had checked before I started my video and put it out of alignment on purpose. So now let's close the door and you'll see the difference. Now when I'm closing this door, what I don't want to hear is a loud thud sound that there's actually too much tension on the plate and the latch mechanism. That door closes very nicely. On the green painter tape that I had pointed out earlier in the video, the original marks that I had put on the tape are back to those same settings. The marks that I put on after I put the door out of alignment, you can actually see now there is a 1/8 of an inch gap. So that tells me the door is back in its original position and the door should be working fine, which it is. Something we'd like to point out as well. These doors come from Austria. They're a very high-end European product. What we would like to see with these doors, and all doors should be closed very gently. They shouldn't be slammed, which is something that's very common here in North America. We don't want to see this. Because if the door is out of alignment, the latching plate will not be able to absorb that kind of impact and it will break or crack. So this is how we want the doors closed. Now I say this because whenever we call Austria or contact our representatives in Austria and we ask for more of these latching plates, they always reply back in astonishment. How are these plates getting damaged? They don't understand that. In European culture, and we've been to Austria several times for training, we watch them and they all close their doors very gently. They do not slam their doors under any circumstance. Even children are taught not to slam the doors. Think about your high-end automobile that you may have. When you get into that car, you typically gently close the door. You might have a guest or a passenger in the vehicle and they'll slam the door, and then we get mad at them for slamming the door. But for some reason, it seems to be acceptable with doors inside residential homes. We don't want that. We want these doors operated very gently. And then the door will work forever and it will last forever. I hope this video helped you resolve the issue that you're having with your latch plate. My name is Paul with Fencer Tech. Please check out our other videos on YouTube for any other service issues that you may have. Take care.